Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Suzerain, where I just realized that I was actually streaming the entire last episode instead of recording it. Well, I was actually recording and streaming, but just a little fuck up, keep things lively. So, last time we made some changes, and now we are about to deal with some immigration policy. Got some familiar faces. Let's see what they have to say. And they're already shouting at each other. Fantastic. Make any sense to me that foreign citizens should become before a Swedish citizen. My analysis is also in line with this, especially during the economic recession. Immigrants are the reason our economy is not completely unsalvaged. Look at Angolan immigrants in England. They have revitalized the whole region, yada yada yada. Statistically speaking, allowing immigrants to become part of the workforce contributes to our economy, but I agree that the current situation is very nuanced. With that, we can't just tighten our immigration policy and expect the economy to stay the same. No, we are as liberal. Our immigration policy is gonna be as liberal as freaking possible. As close to no borders as let's say politically tenable. Just started receiving financial aid from Montana. Can't believe we're accepting aid from communists. I'm a communist, you fucking prick. What's next? Letting a child murderer buy us lunch? What a fucking. If it's the communist, the child will be lunch. I don't know if that's just a Portugal thing or that. Yeah, shout out in the comments if you ever heard old timers saying that communists ate children, because that was certainly an attack that was made over here, and it's now mostly a joke. It's now seen as a joke. But shout out if that's happened in your country, or if it's just a Portugal thing. Okay. Contana warships in Conrad. My father will be rolling in his grave. Don't be dramatic. We need to be friendly with our potential allies. Yeah, rather red than dead. That can be arranged, Joseph. That can be arranged. Well said, Mr. Lancia. Gentlemen, can we please get back to topic? So I was just saying before I was interrupted. Look at the superpowers. Do you see any of them closing their borders? Why do you think their economies are in such a good shape? They're in their current state because they welcome immigration and use it to their advantage. Need to modernize. I am the same mind. It's proven that immigration helps countries to develop, and we cannot just deport our current immigrants. We need a decision, but before we move on, do you have any questions about the current state of immigration? Yeah, what's the current legal status of immigrants? All accepted immigrants are given a work permit. They can work and contribute to the economy of Saarland. There is currently no limit on the number of immigrants accepted, however, the number has remained stable over the past years. Despite the laws, the fact is many immigrants illegally work for corporations. That is the main issue with immigration right now, not the immigration itself. If not for the unlimited amount of immigration, we wouldn't be in this state, yada yada yada. How many immigrants live in Saarland? Anywhere between 2 and 3 million, even excluding the countless undocumented aliens. Fuck off, Lilias. I, I used to like you when I first met you. Now not so much. It's a very substantial amount. Primary issue is the strife they cause between less fortunate citizens and themselves, including them in the workforce. We benefit everybody, yada yada yada. How do immigrants usually live? Three major paths they choose. The first one is England to Agnolia border, second is Bergia to Welland border, and the third is the Lauren coast. Agnolians are the largest group. It's a light border over there, although recently political fugitives from Valksland have been crossing the Grey Sea by boat to land on our coast. Politically persecuted Wedzak refugees tend to use the dangerous mountain passes in the Welland border. Many of them also have Bloodish blood. Let's see what we can do. And by let's see what we can do, I mean we are going to work on a path to citizenship for people coming here and support refugees. And if anyone has a problem, I'm looking at you two, you can fuck right off. For making a decision, I have to remind you, during the elections we promised to keep our immigration laws relaxed. We are supposed to control and reduce, yada yada yada, I don't want to hear from you. I see your point, Joseph, but the economy certainly benefits. Internal order, on the other hand, suffers immensely. Fuck you. Should tighten laws to prevent further chaos? I'm ready to make a decision. We will keep immigration laws relaxed. We will be forced to handle new waves of immigrants. Our border posts aren't ready. Just abandoned native sources need our support the most. Fuck you. Hostile will bring a new tide of refugees. Good. This is shameful. They're not leaving Sorrel unprotected. My decision is final and irreversible. The decision of Sorrel, our citizens of Sorrel aren't forgotten. Our work for them continues. If you're disappointed with me, you can quit. I will gladly accept your resignation, Joseph. I want everybody here to get used to new changes. This is our new direction. Looking forward to the upcoming trade talks. Peter and I have been visiting Stalport and Rocklowitz in preparation. I'll be coming along to talk to the economy minister. Looking forward to the potential partnership. If we are finished, I need to head off, get the ministry to work on the new policy. Our border unions need to be informed and prepared. Keep up the good work. I'm antagonizing way too many people. But I am sticking to my fucking principles. What's in the news today? Financial aid was the answer to recession. Recently, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced that Sutherland will be taking financial aid from United Contana. At times, sacrifices need to be made for greater good. This may appear as an issue at first, but a great leader knows best. It comes as no surprise that President Rain has decided to make a small sacrifice in return to helping Sutherland achieve prosperity once again. Thank you. Thank you, Sutherland, today. Thank you for being nice to me. President Rain saves the day. Thank you. They vetoed the Religious Harmony Bill. Bill itself, the word harmony in it, however, don't be fooled by the name. The proposal prepared by Kiebener took a stab at the heart of the Bloodish populace by banning Bloodish language from being spoken in all religious assemblies. If not for President Rain, this bill would have come to pass. Every single blood should be grateful for the exemplary decision by the President. Thank you, Swordland, today. This is the kind of coverage that we should have more of. Police violence in the old capital. President Rain protects religious freedoms. Armadine stocks jump to nearly double. Sorland accepts financial aid from United Contana. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Opening of the Benfi Festival. You're going to be fine. Yes, this is the thing she wanted to do a speech at. You're gonna do great, honey. Thanks, Anton. I appreciate it. So this is it. I will finally stand the same platform as you. Platform where Swordlands women will have their voices heard and acknowledged for the first time. Break a leg. Ladies and gentlemen, as the First Lady of Swordland, I welcome all of you to the Benfi Festival. Mr. President, I'm afraid you have made a great mistake. There will be consequences. Fuck you. Are you threatening me? I'm really telling you what will happen. Your little stunt has lost you my support in the assembly. Who the fuck is this guy? Fuck. I was gonna need this guy for the reforms, wasn't I? I don't care. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. We have the reformists. This festival holds a very important place in our hearts. Celebration of art, music, theater, but above all, celebration of people of Banffy in their free and open-minded spirit. As we all unite for the festivities, we must not forget the values that have inspired them. Today marks the beginning of the week of the spirit, a time for vitality, growth, yada yada yada. I stand on this podium today to speak about change, about new beginnings for our society. Sutherland calls itself a free country, yet half of its citizens are still barred from enjoying the same freedoms that the other half takes for granted. I refer to myself and my fellow women. Murmurs of discontent. Who the fuck is murmuring discontent? To truly move forward, we must make a break from old traditions and strive towards equality for all, equal rights, equal pay, equal access to education. Motherfucker, what the fuck are you doing? Not let this woman besmirch the traditions upon which our great country was built? Get back in your goddamn seat. Can no longer sit idly by, we're past that point. What right do you possibly have to pass judgment on our values as short citizens? You're not a politician, you're not a speaker. You're merely a woman who's lucky enough to be married to the president. Your place is not at this podium, it's a home, tending to your husband and children. Can I kick this guy's ass, please? Take your seat, let her finish now. Do I have to teach you basic manners? Have you forgotten what you learned in kindergarten? I will not stand idly by as our sordid values are being tested, especially by our very own president. Harlot of a wife? Where's the button to punch him? Is rudeness a sordid value now? Is impropriety? I'm only doing what I feel is right for protect my country, and I feel it's right to have you thrown out. You feel it's right to berate a woman, the president's wife at that? Her ideas are dangerous, they lead us down a dark path. Your ideas, however, will lead us back to the Dark Ages. Without our traditions we are lost, and without change we are fossils. Now sit down. And we owned him. Nice. My apologies, I crossed the line. Yeah, you fucking did. My heartfelt apologies to you as well, Mr. Leslie. Surely my intention was not to offend anyone. You don't need to apologize to him. Especially as he called you a fucking harlot. I should have called the fucking guards. Especially a senior member of the assembly such as yourself who has pledged his life to the betterment of our country. I hope one day we shall be able to set aside our differences as we have done today and walk towards a happier, brighter future for all of Sutherland's citizens, male and female alike. We must all remember the future cannot exist without the past. And I believe here we're witnessing the meeting of our glorious past and our bright future here in Banffy today. Ladies and gentlemen, I probably to officially open the Banffy Festival. Oh, that guy is so lucky I didn't punch him or call my mooks on him. Motherfucker. How dare you call my wife a harlot, you prick. Well, I'm deploying special forces to Vernon. City of Vernon has been put under curfew. This is no good. This is no good. Let's clear, let's clear the notifications. Whole sword post is connected to the young swords. Okay. Is that all of them? Good. Let's get back to work. Or rather, let's relax at home. So that went well. Can we talk for a bit? Of course. Never many leaders would have wished for this, Anton. Just wanted to thank you for supporting me and apologize for creating such a spectacle. You don't need to apologize for shit. All I wanted was to bring the people of Sutherland together the way we were able to, but not like this. You're going to succeed in this, you have to be stronger, I know you can be. Thank you. One more thing, you know how stubborn I am. When I gave that speech, I saw hope in the eyes of all the women in the audience. This is the right path for me, Anton. I want to officially adopt this cause as the First Lady, to actually get involved in politics, not just give impromptu speeches. I could even help your education minister with those reforms he's working on. I know this is something you're passionate about as well. Can I count on you? Of course. See? The key to a happy marriage. Support your wife as she almost starts a riot over gender equality, but in a good way. Mama, I'm hungry. Let's go to the kitchen. We'll make Papa the best snacks ever. That went well. Okay, what do you want to do? Positive approval rating? Fuck yeah! Landed above a 50% approval rating. That's good, I guess. Center about the preliminary economic status. Recession is ongoing and the system is likely to reach stability soon. Ah, fuck. Okay, budget allocation of Swordfish armed forces. This should be fun. General Valken, Mr. Lancia, we'll start with the briefing. Bureau, Mr. Vice President, we have prepared a briefing to convey the further details about current situation of our military. Have received an update communication from the United Continental Military Command. Despite my very vocal disagreement with the plan, their warships are approaching the Conrad naval base as we speak. Continental warship in Conrad, if I never see the day. We're keeping them under close surveillance. Single move and we will keep you updated. Yeah, you aren't gonna shoot a friendly ship, not cause any trouble. Let's move on to our military. Which branch would you like to know about? Situation of our army. According to the latest reports from Camp Strongarm, it's a hell of a name, Camp Strongarm. Currently, we field 6 armies totaling up to approximately 400,000 active troops, which is a good amount. The real issue you have is the quality, not quantity. What's the current equipment status? Army is quite outdated, but today's military standards, most of our equipment is 2 decades old. To make up for lack of modern military equipment, we resort to a large number of soldiers, which is not really a long-term solution. I've been trying hard to reduce the negative effect of this problem. We don't need a modernization program. A standardized purchase of lacking equipment would do. We need more funding towards expanding the military size, otherwise our army would be seen as weak. Where exactly is it deployed? First Army is stationed in Lesbia and Welland borders to protect the central regions of Swordland. Second Army, our largest force, has been situated by the Rumburg border. The Second Army has a large mountain commando force and is the most adequately equipped army to face Rumburg. Third Army is near Agnolian border and the coastal areas. Due to our bitter past, our coastal defense force is always on alert. The decimation of our fleet still is not forgotten. How do we compare against other armies? Rumburg fills about 6 armies, amounting to 1,000,000 soldiers. That is no good. Lesbia, is Lesbia the one that we can make friends with? Please tell me Lesbia is the one we can make friends with. To 800 soldiers, Valglad fills an army of about 1,400 soldiers. Wellen fields an army amounting to 100,000 soldiers, and Agnolia fields 2 armies with a total of 200,000 soldiers. Sheer size of Rumburg's army is because they're forced conscription laws. Oh, so they're they have a ton of troops, but they're fucking conscripts. So I'm not that worried about the million. With their massive gold reserves, they're able to afford it. On the other hand, the Lesbian army is the most advanced, followed by the Valgslandian army. Both of these countries put lots of money in modernizing their military. Talk about our navy. 59 ships, total of 60,000 sailors and support staff. As you know, these ships are commanded from our main naval base in Conriat, where our flagship SN Renan is docked. How does our navy compare to others? Navy is dwarfed by the side of Valksgandian Navy, which is 194 ships, and the Agnolian Navy that has 81 ships. We only surpass Lesbia in terms of our navy, as they have less than 30 ships. As you see, the situation is dire, but the solution is not just more ships. To make truly better navy, we need to equip our ships with modern radar and sonar systems. More outdated ships wouldn't mean much. Which seas our navy currently patrol? Markin Sea in the Grey Strait and the Antician Sea. Navy protects all of our coastal regions. To make sure we are not thinning out our defenses, we prioritize certain regions over others, like Greater Holsort. We often patrol the route that is close to the shipping lanes, especially Markin Sea and the Grey Strait. The amount of cargo that goes through that area is eye-opening. Another thing to note is, after the takeover of Heliland, where our navy has led incursion operations to protect Agnolia, we also take a part in some joint navy drills as well. Let's hear about the other branches. How is our Air Force doing? 410 planes, out of which 140 are jet planes that are not in great condition. 30,000 pilots and support staff, commanded from the Mark Air Force Base in Elderly. What are our operation capabilities? Planes can bomb targets within 400 kilometers with their airfield. They have medium range and semi-effective nighttime bombing capabilities. At any time, we can fill 7 air wings, composing a total of 130 aircraft. Can operate in combat duty. This is enough to subdue most targets. 7 air wings. Okay, 130 aircraft divided by 7, right? Because 7 times 130 does not math with the numbers you gave me previously. In terms of our bombing capabilities, we have an average of 100 meters of precision. It's not great, but still within the effective radius of the bombs. How experienced are our pilots? Average experience, have a total of 450 hours flight time with aircraft before they are qualified. This gives them more than enough time to get used to it. This is low compared to 1,000 or 1,500 hours in other countries. Normally the hours per pilot should be higher, but due to lack of funding we can decrease the training times. Fuel costs are rather high. How does our Air Force work with other branches? Air Force is trained as an independent tactical support branch, which means it assists other branches but doesn't collaborate. Let's discuss some issues like friendly fire and missed close air support opportunities. There are ways to improve collaboration with joint operation rooms, something to think about surely. So let's move on. Ministry of Defense is disappointed about the lack of additional funds. Deal with it, mate. You knew that keeping the same budget from the military would cause some concern for you. Resources were more needed elsewhere. We live in a geostrategic region with potential volatility. Once war or conflict comes knocking, that's when you will realize we know that we have been high hopes, but the president has made his decision to prioritize other branches. We are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Without money, the military suffers from budget overextension. In order to keep up with the other countries, No use complaining. Let's look at what we can do with what we have. I've been planning to improve the quality of the armed forces by buying better military equipment. There's one way: if we relieve half the forces, that would create enough of surplus, we could invest in new equipment. Half of the army? That is a lot. I mean, yeah, quality over quantity, but half of the army? We're barely matching the size of half our neighbors, while the other half army is 3 times bigger than ours. How on earth would discharging half the armed forces and building new gears solve our defense issues? Vulcan raises a valid question. Quality over quantity is the right strategy for the future of warfare. Having a large force doesn't necessarily necessitate superiority. Yeah, but if you go back to, you just need to go to the to was it World War One or the Second World? I think it was the Second World War. Like, Britain had a pretty small, but highly professionalized military with combat experience, albeit that combat experience wasn't against against peers, but still, and they got absolutely creamed in the beginning of the war. The reduction of the army would cause more unemployment, which could hurt the administration. Buy better equipment. Yeah, let's. I'm gonna trust you, Yosef. Don't fuck me on this. Be all for today then. Good work, everyone. Yeah, don't fuck me with this. Half of our military. Half of our military. Half. That is not good. That does not sound good. Education reforms. Reduction of our student citizenship. Significant efforts are being made to lessen political indoctrination. Pedagogical improvements like teacher-student relations. Yada yada yada. That sounds good. Half of our military. Half. Ah. I hope that was a. I hope that doesn't fuck me too much. Military force reduction. This is not. Uh, I'm gonna get fucked from this. I really hope we can get alliances with our neighbors, because half of our military. That hurts. That fucking hurts. Second continent satellite in space. First Lady gives speech. Okay, I want to hear what you gotta say from this. So the opening speech was interrupted by the mayor. Mayor Lester has then continued with his disrespecting accusations in tone, incurring the wrath of the crowd. President Rain has interjected in the development situation and saved the day by calming the attendees. Mayor Lester's disrespect will surely end up damaging his already declining reputation after the event. Good. But that is going to be it for this episode. As always, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do everything that makes the algorithm happy. Glory to Swordland, and I will see you all next time.